Trump also addressed the Supreme Court's ruling to strike down his tariffs, while the justices were sitting in front of him, front and center, actually. Only 4 of them, by the way, attended the speech. Watch this.
Just 4 days ago, an unfortunate ruling from the United States Supreme Court. It just came down. It came down. Very unfortunate ruling. But the good news is that almost all countries and corporations want to keep the deal that they already made. And as time goes by, I believe the tariffs paid for by foreign countries will, like in the past, substantially replace the modern-day system of income tax, taking a great financial burden off the people that I love.
Senator Steve Daines, Republican from the great state of Montana, joins me now. Mr. Senator, do you think tariffs could replace the income tax as the president suggests?
Well, we'd have to do a little more math on that, Stuart, and looking at the balance. But anytime we could give the American people some tax relief, count me in. I just want to look at those options. But I think it's important to remember that what President Trump has done, he's reduced the trade deficit with China by $100 billion last year. So his aggressive approach on tariffs has brought these countries to the table to remove some of their tariffs and non-tariff barriers to provide access for American farmers, ranchers, and businesses. When you think that 95% of the world's consumers live outside the United States, this is why these markets really matter and why we need to make these markets more accessible for America.
I see a lot of smiles on the faces of Republicans this morning. There seems to be a general agreement that that was a pretty good speech last night and marked a pivot for the whole party as you approach the midterms. You go along with that?
I do. I think it was truly a great speech by the president. It also displayed 2 very different Americas for the American people to see. What a contrast when you can see the Republicans cheering for the fact the borders are now secure, taxes have been cut, great American heroes there in the crowd, including the U.S. hockey team. We're standing at our feet cheering, and you saw the Democrats sitting down, scowling, shaking their heads, in fact, screaming back at the president. It's a reminder, Stuart, that elections have consequences. Think about what if Kamala Harris would have won in 24? It would have been a very different night last night than what we discussed. Well, we got to hear that great speech.
The president also brought up the Iran negotiations. He says he wants diplomacy, but he didn't rule out military action. Senator, you're on the Foreign Relations Committee. Any word on how the negotiations are going? I mean, a lot of us are looking at this and saying, sure, we're running out of time here.
Yeah, we are. Let's not forget this is a country, the regime, the current regime has called America the big Satan, Israel the little Satan. They chant death to America. There's only one thing this current regime respects and understands, and that is force. It is strength. That's why you're seeing the president upping the military presence right now around Iran, given the maximum negotiating leverage. But this could be an unprecedented shift in the Middle East if there were a regime change. The Iranian people will drive that, but this could be a Berlin Wall moment in the Middle East, because you and I both remember the days when Iran was a friend of the United States. We could work with them. Of course, a very different story today as the leading sponsor of terror in the world.
That is correct. Senator Daines, always a pleasure. Thank you very much for being with us.